Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 of the WordPress beginner to advanced course, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up WordPress. I'm going to be showing you two options. One, it's going to be a free option where you're going to host your WordPress website on your computer, so you'll be able to learn everything that we're going to be talking about in this course. Then for option 2, I'm going to show you guys how to host your WordPress website with a company called Hostinger so that it can go live and be seen on the internet. Okay, so with the free version or with the free option, we're going to be using a software called LocalWP, and you won't need to pay for hosting. You won't need to pay for anything like a domain name. Okay, so let's check that out first, then I'll show you guys how to get a domain name and hosting with Hostinger. Okay, so let's get started. So you're gonna look up a website called just search on Google for LocalWP, something like this. Okay, then I'm sure it's gonna be the first result. Then click and open it up. So we'll okay, it's now open right here. And once you're here, you can click on this download option. Okay, and you're gonna choose a platform. So is your PC a Mac? The older Macs that have Intel chips, you can select this option. For a Mac, for example, the M1, the M2, M3s, you can select this option also. If you have a Windows machine, you can select that option, or the Linux machine. Either of these will work for you just fine. Okay, so now once you select, for example, I'm using a Windows machine, it's going to request for your first name, so you can input this, and your last name. All right, I won't take too long here because I've already downloaded this. So other than put the email, and you'd click get it now. Okay, so this is a free software to use. So it's gonna get started downloading, but I've already downloaded it, so I'll just cancel this. So once it's downloaded, you can open it up and set it up like any other software. There is not really much work to do in setting it up. But if you get stuck, please feel free to leave a comment, but I don't think you'll get stuck. Okay, so once you open up the software, it's gonna look something like this. Okay, yours might have a light theme, but mine, I've already set it up to be a dark theme. So it's looking like this. And you may not have any websites that are here currently, so it's blank. So to create a new WordPress website with LocalWP, all you have to do is to click this plus button like this. Then it's gonna request, do you want to create a new site or create from a blueprint? For now, let's leave a blueprint alone and click select create a new site. And what you're gonna do is click continue. Okay, so then it's gonna ask what is the title of the website that you're gonna be creating. Okay, so maybe we have a company, and I'll call it I'll just call it Cresta. Then advanced option, I really don't tamper with these. Then just click continue, and I would say preferred. And so for example, if I'm to type a username, for example, I would say Enoch is my username. Then what the WordPress password, you have to create one that is really strong. So I'll say I'll create one. All right, so I've created my password, and I can also insert my email right here. All right, it's email.com. All right, so it's looking nice. If I look at the advanced option, I don't really tamper with these for now. Okay, then I'll click add site. So it start creating the site files, site folders, and configuring everything. So it set up the virtual environment, and everything is done in the background for you. Okay, so now it takes some time, but not so long. It should take about a minute or two to process everything. Then As we wait for it, we can. So now it has finally created every file we need. So we can click on open site right here, and then let's wait for it to load up. Okay, so now by default, this is a default website sort of template that you get from WordPress. Yeah, and by default, this new WordPress version comes with this page by default. Okay, yeah, so this is how the website is looking. Yeah, for now by default. Yeah, so everyone's website at first installation is gonna be looking like this. Okay, so when you head back to local, yeah, local WP, one setting that I like to use a lot is to turn on this one-click admin. Okay, because when you open up a WP admin like this, okay, all right, it just signs me in. Oh, okay, it's not what I wanted to demonstrate, but it's okay. So what I wanted to do is remember to always turn on this one-click admin. So if it's on, then you select an admin. Yeah, for example, in this case, it's not showing my, okay, yeah, this is a name that I assigned. Yeah, so what this does, whenever I click on WP admin, instead of going to the dashboard, I mean to the login page, it automatically signs me in. Yeah, so if I'm to, for example, log out, then it would lead me here. Yeah, in the first place. So if I click WPA admin, then it would bring up such a page where I have to log in, and this is a little bit of time consuming, and I usually like to keep this setting on. So whenever I click WP admin, it just sends me into WordPress. Okay. So before we proceed, I want to show you guys something with this local WP, how you can share your links with your friends, coworkers, or employers. Now, there is this feature that comes with this software called Live Links, and once you're not signed in, you may not see this enable button right here. But what you can do is, once you're signed in, because you should be able to see a sign in option, and you're done signing in or creating an account, you can click on enable. So it will start creating a tunnel for your live link, and once your live link is enabled, you will see this. Yeah, so my username is guest and the password is guest because I set it to be so. But now I can click edit details. Yeah, for example, if I want to edit this username and the password, I'll have to first disable the live link. Okay, once it is disabled, then I can make these changes to the website. So I can make this user, okay, it doesn't allow me user, maybe let me assume the person you are, maybe user, maybe I would say cowork. No, why am I complicating this? Maybe let's take user Maxwell, and the password can be still their name. And yeah, so once I save these changes, I can come back here to enable, and it will get enabled. Okay, so now once it's enabled, I'll click on this drop down arrow, and first I'll copy the live link. So what I will do once I've copied the live link is to send it to someone. Yeah, so I'll close this up, and what I'll do is, suppose I've sent it to someone, so I'm going to open up an incognito window. I'll just paste it here and click go. So it's going to ask me for a password and a username. Okay, so this, you'd have to come back, copy the username that you'd have created. It can be really anything. Then come back to the incognito, paste it in, come and copy the username too, go back to the incognito or to someone you send it to, and click sign in. And once someone is signing in, they can view your work progress or your website. They can browse, they can do anything that you've programmed the website to do. Okay, I think that's clear enough. Now, I'll close that. Then I'll come back to WP Local. And one requirement for this to work really well is to keep your computer turned on and connected to the internet. Okay, yeah, because it clearly states it here that once computer goes in sleep mode, it may prevent others from viewing your live links. All right, so now let's talk about the second option, or where I get a domain name. Because now, oh, sorry about this. I'll go back. Let's talk about a domain name. Now, domain name, for example, this is a domain name, localwp.com is a domain name. For example, if you go to youtube.com, it's a domain name. I'm sure everyone has seen this. For example, if you go to amazon.com, it's still that's also a domain name. So it's basically your business, then an extension. So there are .ai, .biz, .shop, so many extensions. Okay, but what that helps you to do is to uniquely identify your website on the internet. Yeah, so they're always up for sale. Yeah, so you're going to use a site called Hostinger to get a domain name, then also hosting. But someone may ask, what is hosting? Hosting is basically you're buying server space where you can store website files, for example, images. You might have audios, you might have videos. So you wanna store them on a platform that offers hosting services. And for this case, we're gonna be using Hostinger. Now, I've left a link in the description, and that link is an affiliate link to Hostinger that we're going to be using, and it has a discount of up to 80% off. Yeah, so you guys can use that. I'll get some affiliate commission, and it will help me support this channel. Okay, so now let's see how to set up the domain name and hosting server space. Okay, so head over to hostinger.com and hit the login button. And once you're here, you can select the Google button to automatically sign you in into Hostinger, even though you don't have an account. Okay, so I've signed in right here, and once you sign in, it's gonna lead you to this page. And when you're here under hosting, if you have to click hosting and check out the hosting plans they offer 3 different hosting plans, but I usually like to go with the middle tier, the middle one, which is called premium web hosting. Kind of offers 100 websites, 100 subdomains, and also some other, a whole bunch of other features that I really like. So I'll select that. Then you can select either 48 months, 24, 12, or even 1 month. And for this case, I'll be going for 1 month, since this is just for demo purposes only. Yeah, so I'll select 1 month, and once I'm happy with that, I'll just choose a payment method. And once that's done, you gotta select a payment method that you want to use. I'll be using MasterCard, but you guys can use GPay, PayPal, or any other option that you're fine with. So I've filled in my card, and I'm gonna hit pay now. Okay, and once I've paid now, all I have to do is to click this setup button, and I start setting up my hosting sort of configuration information. Okay, so hit setup, and it's gonna lead you to this page where you can start, setting up your hosting. So click start now. We're creating the website for, you can select I'm creating for myself. Who's creating? I'll be building the website myself. The type of website that you want to build is gonna be business. So do you need help? Probably yes, if you're a beginner. And once you've selected that, it's gonna lead you to this page where you can create your new website, or if you already have a website from another hosting company, you can migrate it over to Hostinger. So I'm gonna create a new website, and I'm gonna select the WordPress button on the right and click select WordPress. Okay, and right here I'm gonna need to add a password and an email that I'll be using to log into my WordPress website. Okay, So I'm just going to type it in here. Remember that you have to remember this password that you create. And once you're done, just hit continue. They're going to ask you to add these plugins to your website, but you may not really need them. So I'll just disable those and hit continue. Yeah. Then they'll ask you the look. Basically, they're telling you to select a theme, but I'll just select this first one in the corner. And right now they're going to ask you to buy domain name, or if you have an existing domain. So let's just buy a new one, since you guys may not be having already domains. So I'll just select buy domain and type in here in the search box the domain name that I would want. So you guys can type in one for your business, and you see the domains that Hostinger has for you. Yeah. So you can hit search once you're done typing the name, and to display a bunch of extensions. So you can see .cloud, .info, .shop. So I'm looking for something really cheap, since this is a demo tutorial. I'm gonna scroll through these. So there's .store, .tech, .site. You can even view more extensions that these guys have. .fun. Yeah. So there are a bunch of extensions that you guys can go through. But for this tutorial, I think I'll buy this second one on the downer list. Yeah, .cloud. Yeah. And I'll purchase it for 1 year. Yeah. Which is okay with me. And I'll just complete the payment. Okay. So when I process and says the payment was successful. So I'm gonna hit next. Yeah. So the other forms here that can basically fill in your personal information. Yeah. And once you're done, Hostinger will finish up the setup really quickly, and you just have to click finish setup and you'd be good to go. So once the setup is finished, Hostinger will install the WordPress, and right now you can click on this edit website, and it will lead you straight into your WordPress dashboard, and you start creating your website. Another way to log into WordPress that I have to show you is to add this extension of WP admin at the end of your domain name. Yeah. And it will lead you to this login page where you can type in your email that we just configured in a few minutes ago, then also the password that you set. Yeah. So you can go ahead and type in your email, then add your password, and all you have to do is to click login. Okay. And once you're here, you can decide to save these passwords in Google Chrome, and you can start working on your website. Okay.